Hello everyone, Mege here. So today we are taking a look at my Lawbringer customization and gear stats options. So for starters, gender is of course male, there can be no female Lawbringer and skin color doesn't really matter here. I'm using no paint pattern for the head, the Paisley one embossing and no symbol. Ornaments, I've been a little conflicted. I used to use the covered spikes ornament, but I don't really like the chrome theme on a full black Lawbringer like this, you know. So at the moment I'm not using anything. There are some I kind of like, I don't mind this one too much, for example, but at the moment I'm just going for no ornament, waiting for a cool ornament I really like to release. So both shoulders are the same, no paint pattern. The rose embossing, they are now called embossing, and no symbol, because you can't use a symbol with an embossing. Same as I said for the left shoulder. Material is of course full black iron. Chest and back, no paint pattern, no embossing, no symbol. I like to keep it simple, as you can see. And as far as the standards, we have the banner one, paint pattern, no embossing, no symbol. So it looks like this with color on it. Because yeah, as far as color goes, we have bleeding for neutral. This is pretty standard among all my heroes. Bleeding for neutral, red dusk for attackers, and queenly for defenders. Alright, let's move to the customization options here. Let's start with just the customization. I'm using Zealous Elm. I think it looks pretty cool, very menacing. And this one is pretty cool too, Aldous. So Zealous Elm, Zealous Chest. And here I'm honestly a little conflicted because I love the Zealous Chest, except for the, you know, the leather stripes in front of him, you know, they're brown. And with the Symbiote Chest, they're actually black, as you can see. However, the Symbiote Chest doesn't have many cool spikes, for example, the spikes in the back, the spikes on the side of the Lawbringer, right here. And most importantly, the spikes on the collar thing, which I really like this. So for the moment, I'm sticking with the Zealous one. Hemi arms, I finally found the Hemi arms again. As you can see, Hemi arms have these cool spikes. And I have the full S-Shield set for the weapon, so S-Shield Axe, S-Shield Shaft, and S-Shield Spikes. I think overall this looks very... sorry, let's have a good look at it, like this. Looks very cool, I really like it. There is some cooler blades maybe, like for example this blade is very cool, very, you know, violent, very blunt, but I don't really... I like the look of this more, honestly. More elegant. Okay, so as far as stats goes, I mainly focused on defense because I want Lawbringer to be tanky, you know, he's a defensive character of course, just like Conqueror. So I'm having primary stats defense, secondary stat exhaustion recovery, low rebuff resistance, that can be troublesome against bleeding opponent, for example Shaman, Peacekeeper, Nobushi. But it's a choice I decided to make. You can swap the buff resistance with exhaustion recovery I guess, but I wouldn't advise it. Well, that's your choice. Zealous Chest, I'm using again primary defense, secondary revenge mode defense and low revenge mode duration. This is the usual reasoning where with low revenge mode duration you can pop revenge more often. Hemi arms, this is the only piece where I don't have a primary stat in defense because I feel like I really don't want to have either stamina cost reduction or stamina regen as negative. So as far as the weapon goes, we have primary attack and secondary defense protection. I know it doesn't look like it because the defense penetration bar is higher, but this is primary attack. So for example, this is primary defense penetration, you see? This is primary attack. And low block damage. I mean, I like block damage, but it's honestly not that important. Of course, the phone has to ring while I'm doing this video, but never mind, we're keeping this in the video. Alright, very sorry about that. So, S-Shield Shaft, we're having primary attack and secondary execution health regen. Honestly, I might swap this for revive speed since I found out about the cool protected revive feat on Lawbringer. But at the moment this is how I have it. If I find a piece with revive speed on positive, I might just swap the look of it. And finally, on the spike, we have primary attack again, revenge gain, which is probably the most important stat in the whole game for 4v4, and low revenge mode attack since I don't really feel like Lawbringer can do much in revenge mode besides surviving. Moving on to Feats. This is the Feats I usually use. Harsh Judgment. Conqueror is okay. Body count if you're going mid. Harsh Judgment. I just like Harsh Judgment because it's something only Lawbringer has, I feel. Righteous Deflection. Again, I mean, you can go Bombbringer and you will pick Bomb Fat Flax here and Pocket Mortis. But for me, I'm going Righteous Deflection. Sorry, that's hard to pronounce. Righteous Deflection. Because I like the theme of pairing with Lawbringer. Second wind here because I like surviving. I think everyone likes surviving. And either Catapult or Igneous Ember, I guess. Igneous Ember is more unique to Lawbringer. And overall, these fucking bombs are very annoying to deal with for the opponent. Execution, I'm using the Stomp here, probably my favorite Lawbringer execution. The Impaler. Long Shot, since they changed the fact that it does bounce off walls and ledges opponent, I really like it. And Adds on Approach, of course, cannot be swapped. It's just so cool and brutal. And oh come on, I recently took this one out. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's funny, but okay, it kind of loses interest after the novelty wears off. Here we have Glorious because of the spam and Pumped Up, and My Liege, and You're Welcome. And finally, as for effects, I use Known on Idle, Darkness on Execution, and Known of Emote. Alright, I also have a Golden Lawbringer here just for the fun of it, if you like it. I don't know, I don't really like it. This is a pretty quick one I made for the Deus Vult video, I remember. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was pretty short, sorry about the little phone interruption. I wanted to make this video after the recent, Lawbringer duels video. This is probably gonna be the theme, when I release a duel for a hero or a video for a hero I haven't made a video like this for. I'm probably gonna release a good customization and gear video. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you all next time, and I hope you have a good day.